Hello everyone, and welcome to this video. My name is Reed Tarleton, and I'm here to tell you about how to manage your classroom. Of course, this can seem very difficult at first. This can seem a little overwhelming, but I have a little trick. I have a little tool that can help us managing the classroom. This trick is known as the 5 R's. And I know what you're thinking, what are these 5 mystical R's? I'm going to tell you. The first R is readiness. The second R is routine. The third R is rehearsal. Fourth R is repetition. And the fifth and final R is reinforcement. With these 5 R's, I do believe that we'll be able to successfully manage a classroom. So let's get right into what these 5 R's are. Yes. Starting from the top, the first thing we're going to talk about is readiness. This is very fitting to be at the beginning because it mainly talks about us as teachers. We as a teacher need to be ready for the day, quarter, semester, however long it is, so that we can be organized and manage the classroom effectively. If we as teachers are going to expect our students to be ready for what we throw at them, then we need to be ready ourselves. We need to convey that same energy. So of course, the first of the 5 R's is readiness. The second of the 5 R's is routine. Routines make everything a lot easier to manage because they're so much more organized. And when you set out a routine for the students, it makes them feel like they know exactly what's going on. Even if these things might change, you might have to change the schedule or routine sometimes, which is okay. But having one is a lot better than not having one. And it'll be a lot more organized and run a lot more smooth, or more smoothly, if you will, if you do have a routine / schedule. So the second of the 5 R's is routine. The third R is rehearsal. Rehearsal is a very important part of the process, as it can really help your students not feel overwhelmed and help them to really just get in the swing of things and to kind of start managing the classroom on their own. It's a lot easier to manage a classroom when you don't have to do near as much. So rehearsal is when you start going through the same routine every day. Now, I'm saying the structure-wise. Of course, assignments will be different and what you're going over will be different, but if the classroom is structured the same way every day and they can rehearse this every day, then the classroom is going to run a lot more smoothly and students are going to know what to do. At some point in time, it'll be just the students managing themselves, in which you'll only have to step in every now and again. So the third R is rehearsal. The fourth R is repetition. Not to be confused with the rehearsal, what we just went over beforehand. Even though they are very similar, they do have some key differences. So yes, you will repeat the day structure, rehearsing over and over, sure. But repetition is a little bit more than just rehearsal because you as the teacher will need to say a lot of the same things over and over. And you might sound like a broken record, but at some point in time, hopefully it'll get through to these kids. Hopefully. But if you can say the same thing over and over and repeat expectations, this will not just further management and make management better, but also success in the classroom. So the fourth R is repetition. The fifth and final R is reinforcement. Reinforcement is probably the most important piece to this puzzle. Okay, because if we go a semester or just even a quarter of doing everything the right way and we never reinforce that, we get lazy as teachers, then we're going to lose the classroom. It's not going to be an organized place. It's not going to be very well managed. The classroom is going to run itself. And that might not be a good thing. So you got to stay on top of your game. You got to be reinforcing your routine. You got to be reinforcing the expectations. You got to be reinforcing all of these things to your students so that they know that you're on top of things and that they know that you're putting in a lot of effort. They'll hopefully do the same. It's like respect. You give and get respect. Hopefully it works the same way. So yes, the fifth R, reinforcement. All right. I hope you've learned a lot today about the 5 R's. and managing your classroom. But don't think, oh, we can just go with readiness and not routine and all. No, they all work together like this. Okay? So we got to use all of those, and we've got to be able to continuously learn and continuously manage the classroom. I hope you've learned a lot today in this short little video. You guys have a good one. I'll catch you on the flip-flop. Peace.